Welcome into another video. This time we're going over 5 season strategies that you can do to help improve your game in fantasy football. Without further ado, let's go over number 1, and don't look at the strength of schedules that you see. You know, defenses change. Defenses don't stay the same year in and year out. So you have to look at all types of changes that happen. Do they have new secondary? Do they get new defensive linemen? What did they draft? Things happen. Just because somebody was the #1 run defense the year prior doesn't mean they're going to be the #1 run defense this year. So every time before the season starts, people come out with, you know, the early season rankings of defensive proficiencies. You know, this will be the #1 run defense. Don't start this guy, start this guy based on that. Don't look at strength of schedule. Things happen all the time, and I can't stand all these content creators coming out here talking about strength of schedule. Don't worry about the strength of schedule. It doesn't matter unless you're talking about an individual week. So just leave all that alone. Don't get wrapped up into all this stuff. Well, I want to draft this guy because of the playoff strength of schedule. He's got an easier schedule. How do you know three months from now or from the start of the season who's going to be the best defense? Who the players you want to target because they have an easy strength of schedule for your playoff team or your playoff run? No, don't worry about that. Just leave that in the background. Don't worry about strength of schedule. Now, number 2, now I'm going to give you some things to look at. First off, look at run defenses. Now, run defenses, things you want to kind of look at, right? So if you're playing a running back for a given week, and you look at how do they do against the run the previous week? You know, were they able to bottle up that running back? Did that team run a lot of plays running the ball and they were able to sufficiently stop? Did they make sure they don't have any injuries that week? Same thing goes with the pass defenses. Look at the pass defense. How's the secondary? Is the secondary still healthy? How did they perform the week prior? Look at things like that. Do you have an offense or a wide receiver that gets a lot of targets? You know, how are they in zone? Are they in man? How does he perform? Things like that you need to look at, particular things. And if you're here each and every week for our starts of the week, you'll see kind of how we pick out and how we explain which ones you should and should not start. What about the whole run offense? Do you play in a run offense type of heavy player? Do you have a wide receiver in a mainly run offense? You know, do you have what about the pass offense? Do you have a running back that's in a lot of passing offense and maybe he doesn't get a lot of passing down work? Things you just have to look at. You've got to look at these things. Some more things to work out. What about the weather? Are they outside in the rain or the snow? Are they in a dome? You know, that's something's gonna be really important. Some people have different win-loss ratios based on if they're playing outside in the weather or under a dome. Another thing, injuries. Look at the injuries. I can't tell you guys. Look at the probables. You know, look at the people who are inactive early in the week. Don't just set it and forget it type of thing. You need to be active before kickoff to make sure you have the right lineup possible. You know, if you're between 2 running backs and you just so happen one running back has a defense going against who has a lot of injuries, play that running back. You know, it may be an unpopular opinion, but that's what's going to help you get the win. Look at home versus away. You know, a lot of people have different win-loss records, home versus away. Some people perform better away. Some people perform better home. You have to look at the situation and just another thing to look at. You know, what about, you know, does he have a safe floor? You know, obviously you want those high ceiling type of players, but does this player have a safe floor? I mean, yeah, it's great to have somebody that could give you 30 points a game, but if their floor is 0, do you really want to put that person in your lineup? Probably not. You don't want to have too many boomer bust type of players, and that goes into the other tip here at number 2 is you want to just sprinkle in your boom players. Right, just sprinkle them in. You don't want to have a whole lineup filled with just boom players, because if they all bust, you completely just lost that week. I would say 1, maybe 2 players maximum that you want to have those boom type of players that doesn't have a high floor. You know, so just keep in mind in that. And again, each and every week we're going to help you guys, you know, place apart where your lineups is and make sure you make the best decisions possible. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, so we'll help you out with that as well. So looking at, you know, go with your gut feelings. That's going to be the next strategy that you need to worry about. Go with your gut feelings. A lot of times you're going to see a lot of content creators suggest such and such or such and such. But at the end of the day, if you have a gut feeling that you want to start this guy, go with your gut feeling, because at the end of the day, nobody knows 100% that this player is going to perform this amount of yards and this many touchdowns. Go with your gut feeling. That's what makes fantasy football fun. Starting those players nobody thought you were going to start, and all of a sudden they ended up helping you win the week. So moving on along to number 4 is to just look at multiple opinions before making those tough start set decisions. So you have your own frame of mind, right? But go look at all these content creators that you like to watch. See what he likes to start and sit. See what he likes to start and sit. See what he likes to start and sit. Take all those opinions and form them around your own. That way you can make the best decision possible. Don't just go based off of your thoughts. Don't go just based off of one content creator's thoughts. Make a whole form. Get a lot of opinions out and make the best decision possible. Last but not least, let's go over the fifth strategy here. And we're going to start wide receivers and tight ends against the quarterback that you could be facing this week. So let's just go by example. You know, if you got, let's say, Daniel Jones, you're going against him. The other team's got Daniel Jones starting, and you've got Darren Waller or Isaiah Hodgins for 2023. That's somebody you got to look for. You want to start a receiver, especially if you're in a half PPR or a full point PPR. You want to start that, right? Because normally every 25 yards passing is a point. But sometimes if you have a full PPR, every time they catch the ball, that's 1 point. That means Daniel Jones, a 25-yard throw for Daniel Jones is 1 point. A 25 yards reception in a full PPR is 3.5 points. Do you see where I'm getting at? So you're kind of canceling out his quarterback if you're starting somebody that's in his pass catching realm. So just something to look at. But hey, this was just a quick video. I wanted to give you guys 5 main strategies that you can use throughout the season to best set yourself up for success. Guys, hit a thumbs up on this video. I'd really appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. You guys are getting videos every single week to help prepare you dominate these leagues. I can't wait to see you guys on the next video. We'll see you guys next time.